Go. You want me to
Oh,
open?
am I that person?
You're that person today.
Hi.
You're that person.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to tonight's call. This is a new coach call. And what's today? June 1st, 2020. I am Megan. I am one of 4 coaches that is going to be leading the Ignite Your Business Boot Camp. And hopefully you guys are in that Facebook group. If you are watching the recording or you are on live and you are not in that group, make sure you reach out to your coach and say, where am I supposed to be? Where am I supposed to go? We'll hook you up. It's okay. But on Facebook, it's Ignite Your Business Boot Camp, June 2020, I think is the title of it. So welcome. Myself, Lindsay Gray, Amanda Huber, and Alicia Patterson are going to be, we're kind of tag teaming to lead this group. We've been doing groups like this since February, maybe. And it's just kind of a nice way to have some seasoned coaches kind of show you the ropes and give you more information, as we were talking about earlier there, Mackenzie. So but really this group isn't going to give you a lot of information. We're going to give you little tidbits here and there, but really this group is about helping you guys take action as you start your business. Okay, so I kind of was relating, Mackenzie, to, as you were talking about, I remember 5 years ago when I started coaching, it was all like we had like it wasn't called New Coach University, but there was like a series of 14 videos, and we watched the videos, and the idea was to watch the video and implement something, watch another one, implement that one. And you know what I did? I sat down and watched all 14 videos in like 3 days. And then I was like, what did I just watch? But you can learn from our mistakes. You can watch a video and then go implement something. And that's what we want you to know, that again, when you watch a lot of videos and get training, it is so valuable. There's so much good stuff out there, but it can be information overload, and it can cause some of that overwhelm. But like Amanda said, that's a choice. We really want to help you take action so you can avoid that. So we are really, really excited that you're here, and we're excited to kind of pour into you and, give you some advice, answer your questions, things like that. So in part of your new coach training is to get in touch with the team, and the team has weekly meetings, team calls just like you're on tonight. They are Mondays at 7:30. It's like the Goal Getters downline. So Lindsay Gray is the founder of Goal Getters, and it's everybody below her in the network. So, or not in the network, but on her team. So it's Monday nights, 7:30 is the team calls you can hop on. So the first call of the month is always this call, your new coach call. And then we have some speakers from time to time. I think the third week of the month is like an action hour where we all get on together and we are just, maybe that's the second week. Thanks, Amanda. So next week we're going to get together at the same time, same place, and we're going to work it out. Okay, so we're going to get our trackers and we're going to do some activities together. And there's a coach that will lead that call and move you along. And then we have some speakers that come on for the other two calls, and you just hang tight. Always set aside 7:30 on Monday nights. That's Central Standard Time, and you won't be disappointed. It's a great time to bond and get to know the team, and just get some insight from others. So how Ignite Your Business Bootcamp is going to work is really, it's just going to be really simple. This is a group where you are going to see the same post every single day. Okay, every single morning. One of us coaches, we each take a week, and you're going to see the same post every morning. You're focusing on, reading personal development, taking care of you by doing your workout and drinking your shake. You are going to work on filling out your tracker. And you might be like, what is this tracker you keep talking about? Well, in the files section, I'll just briefly say there's a tracker that you can print off in the files section of the group. Print out 4 of those because there are 4 weeks in this month. And you're just going to work on kind of checking things off of that tracker. And in the post, you probably saw it today in the group, it says work on your tracker, and an incomplete tracker is okay. Okay, as you get started, you're not going to be hitting all the boxes. Maybe you will, but most of the time you won't hit every single box. We're here to help you get comfortable with marking off those boxes, and also asking you, holding you accountable to, are you filling out those boxes? Okay, so there's a box for doing your workout. There's a box for doing your shake. Those are my favorite boxes to click off, and then there's boxes for this week's focus is on connections. So there's a little box on there that's going to focus on reaching out to people and having conversations with them. We are also in the Ignite Your Business Bootcamp on Facebook. There will be 2 lives that we do as lead coaches in there, just to kind of give you a little more information on the focus for the week. Okay, so usually you're going to see a short live from us on Mondays and maybe Thursdays. It might switch up depending on the coaches' schedules. I'm going to do mine tomorrow, my first live on connections. I'll do that tomorrow because I didn't want to have you all listening to the live from last night and then my live now and then the live tonight. I kind of wanted you to get some information in here before I did another live. So you're just going to be looking for the daily post. Okay, and then twice a week, we're just going to give you, it's real short little videos, just kind of helping you, like, if something comes to mind about connections, that's what I'm going to talk to you about this week. Next week, there's a new concentration. There's another subject that we're going to have you focus on, like maybe inviting. Okay, and there's where you can you're going to learn a little bit more about the process of inviting. And then there's a focus on following up, and then the other one is like stories and videos or something like that. Now, if you're off and running, you don't have to wait until we are talking about inviting to invite. Okay, if you've got people you want to invite now, girl, do not hold back. There are people to help. Okay, but if you're feeling like I'm brand new and I don't know what to do, you can take your time with this group too, and we can walk you through and answer your questions as we go along. But really, every day we're just gonna, again, have that one post up there, and you're going to check into the group, and you're going to just post, did I do my shake? Yes. Did I do my workout? Yes. What did I read from my personal development? What was a nugget that I took from my personal development? If you have not, we're going to talk, the next person's going to talk more about what is personal development and what should you be reading. So I'll leave that for the next gal. I'm leaving something out though. What is the other thing? The incomplete tracker is okay. Workout, shake. At the bottom of this week's, you're going to see, like, list the first names of the three people that you connected with this week. And number 5 will change each week because the focus will be the next topic. Like next week, you'll be like, what are the first names of 3 people that you invited, for example? So just read the posts, and you'll get a feel for what those will be like. And really, this is just to help you see that in this business, if you are taking action every day, you're going to gain some traction. You're going to gain some momentum. You're going to be creating connections with people, and people are going to start seeing you and your posts, and they're going to start seeing you as, hey, that girl kind of knows something about health and fitness. I probably need to listen to her. Or why is that positive girl keep popping up on my feed? What's the deal with her? And they'll also learn more about what you're doing, and then they'll get curious about, well, can I do that too? Okay, so this is why it's important to take the actions, daily. You are the CEO of your business. You can decide when you take breaks or days off. But this 30 days, guys, this is the 30 days where you're excited to be a new coach. You have joined something incredible, and we are so happy for you. This is the time to dig in and really get going. So that being said, I think I covered what I was supposed to, and maybe I covered too much, but I'm going to pass it over to, is it Amanda? Are you going next?
Lindsay.
No, Lindsay.
It's me. You guys, I have to tell you something. The last new coach kickoff call, I had champagne before. And this one, I just had a glass of wine, but it's fine because I really, I'm me 100% all the time. And so that's what you need to be, and it'll be great. Everything's going to be great. No, but I am super excited. Like Megan just said that this is the time to be really excited right now and dig in. I want to just touch on two things right there. The first thing is that you should be super excited, because if I can take myself back 7 years from last month, May 22nd, when I started, I was really excited, but I didn't allow myself to be as excited as I could have been had I known what it was going to do to my life. And just the fact that I know what you have in the palm of your hand and how much this is going to touch you, no matter how much money you end up making, if you make nothing in 6 months, or if you make everything back you want in 6 months, like this has everything to do with what it can do for you financially. That is some of our goals, but it has everything to do also with how much it's going to touch your life, your immediate family's life, your friend's life. Like you're about to become an entirely different, not that you need to change, because we love you as who you are, otherwise we wouldn't want you. Like, we invite people we love on the team and that we see greatness in, but I'm so excited for you, because you are about to start a ride that you are never going to regret. And I mean that. Like, no matter what you get out of this, your life is about to change for the better in some way, shape, or form. And the more you lean in, and the more you allow it, and the more you recognize and acknowledge the fears that you as a human being are naturally going to have. You're going to have them. Are you enough? Are your pictures enough? Is what you're saying making sense? Are you talking to the right people? Are you saying too much? Are you not saying enough? You're going to have all these fears. Okay. You got to acknowledge them. You've got to recognize they're there, and then you've got to push them away and just remember how excited you are that every single time you feel any of those fears, you get to lean in and make the decision to rise above it and watch your life transform, because that's literally what you're going to do, right? What? Here she goes. Bring on, what is it? Oh, yes. Hold on. Is that what we were doing? We had a diamond call earlier. I had really pale pink pants on, and I was going like this, and it didn't look like I had pants on. That's the joke. I had them on. But anyway, you guys, so I'm really excited. Like, and here's the thing. If someone can authentically 7 years in this business tell you how excited I am for you, and I'm not, when you get to know me better, if you don't know me, like I can't be fake. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm 100% in my feelings all the time. Like, what I feel and what I say. That says a lot, and you should feel that excitement too. So we're really excited for you. And I hope that you're allowing yourself to feel that. Allow yourself to feel that over all of the little things that are going to come at you, all the little things that your brain is going to throw at you, because, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about this, but your brain is literally a Google search engine. Whatever you say to yourself, your brain will find supporting details for that. So if you wake up and you're like, oh, I don't want to get up today, your brain's going to say, you're right. You barely slept. You were up like 2 times. You ate Nutella at 3 a.m. You had a glass of wine last night. Like you need to sleep. These are the reasons why. You said it, and I'm supporting you. Go back to sleep. But in that same scenario, if you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm tired, but I said I was going to get up, so here I go. And I'm going to get up, and I'm going to feel so much better once I get going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm up. Your brain's going to say yes, because you are a badass and you're going to do this. And maybe you're tired now, but you're going to have your energized and you're going to feel so much better. Same situation, same night, same excuses you could have. Whatever you say to yourself, your brain is going to give you the supporting details. So in this journey, I just want you to know that the best practice you can make to be successful in this, my biggest piece of advice would be learning just how to flip that switch in your mindset. Learn how to flip that switch, and you're going to be just fine. and you're going to have fun. Okay. So the second thing I want to tell you is that the excitement that you should have, the other piece that I wanted to say about what Megan said was that she said, right now is a time to dig your heels in and share that excitement. And yes, 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 more than anything. I know about 90% of you are like, but it's hard to share anyway. And probably even more right now because I don't want to seem insensitive because of X, Y, and Z of everything going on in the world, right? And I just want to tell you that if you are sharing your authentic truth, it's fine. I just had a girl actually reach out to me right before this call, and she said, I'm going to give you some an unsolicited suggestion. And I said, okay, sure. What's up? She said, you say all this stuff in your post about how the cities are kind of scary right now and whatever, but then you go on about this positivity that you have in this community and this business. And it's like, is that really as deep as your thoughts get about this? Don't you think we need to be more reflective about this time? Maybe more sensitive to like what's going on in the communities? And I said, yes, we should, but just because other people are out there sharing that opinion and like going down in that, for me, my authentic truth, what works for me is to rise above and feel good in this community and share with people that today it was hard waking up and hearing that more destruction went on, but I was able to connect with people that make me laugh and feel good. And we talked about how we could pray for others. If that's, you're a woman of faith, we talked about how we could pray for others in this time. And we laughed and we talked about our business, and I got a workout in that felt really good. And my instructor was positive. These things are saving my mindset from going down what Lindsay 7 years ago would have did, was going down the negative trail over and over again, and then probably gossiping with everyone about it. I'm proud to be like who I am and sharing this now. And I'm that one person that shared that. My whole point in this is that I also had 11, I went back and counted 11 others message me and say, thank you for reminding us that we can be positive in this time. All I'm seeing on social media is the negative, and seeing that you could find that balance post and what you're doing to keep your mindset strong really helped me. One girl was like, I went and meditated for the first time and it helped so much. There are the people that are going to feel what we feel maybe a little sensitive about sharing. Night. But there's so many other people that are just like us that can identify with that, but also want that positive space. And you're speaking to them, So I went off on a tangent there, but I do think that we could get off this call and next week we could talk about inviting, and that could be something in your heads. And I don't want that to hinder you. So I just want you to know, like, this is a gift. I truly believe it. Like, I am so grateful for the gift I was given 7 years ago. And I'm going to move on now from that tangent. So I hope it made sense because, like I said, I had a glass of wine. So here we go. Our goal for you guys is to show up here no matter what, and not because we're your bosses. The best part of this is that we're not your boss at all, and you don't owe us anything. If you don't show up every single day, we are not going to harp on you. We are not going to do anything. What we're doing is just helping you develop habits. The best thing that you're going to do in any area of your life, if you're trying to improve your relationship, your cleanliness of your home, your, anything that you're learning or your business, is to show up consistently every day, even when it's a little bit inconvenient. And that's what creates a habit in your life. And what our goal is to just show you that you're enough to just show up every day. Even like Megan said, if you have an incomplete tracker, if you only made a post and made a couple connections that day, you still showed up, and showing up in the group shows that you're doing your best, which is great. Eventually you're going to build up to different goals are going to pull different amounts of activity out of you. Understanding the business in different ways are going to pull a different amount of activity out of you. Perfection is not your goal this month. Showing up is. And if you can show up and post in the group and comment on the posts every day, like Megan said, then you're winning. Now, don't let that give you an excuse to be like, ooh, I'm supposed to do a couple of invites tonight, but I'm not going to because I'm scared. But Lindsay said I'm winning because I'm going to post in the group, so I won. That's not what I'm saying. Push yourself out of your comfort zone and do what you're supposed to do, because you're here for a reason. You all watched a video and thought, it would be so cool if I could accomplish this with this business. If I could cover the cost of my shake, if I could pay off our debt, if I could take my family on a vacation we never were able to go to. You all had a thought. Don't let go of that thought. In fact, write it down and get emotionally connected to it. That's your homework. I want you to write down what you're so excited about for this business, why you started it, and why it emotionally can get to you. Like, what emotions does it bring out? I know for me, I wanted to come home to the kids, not right away. And I did. After 2.5 years, I was able to come home with a 6-figure earning business. And Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success, But after that, I had to find a new reason. And my reason turned into, I wanted to take my kids to Disney World. Or Disneyland, whatever one's in Florida. I still don't know to this day. So I wanted to take them there. And I wanted to. And my husband's like, we're not going to be able to afford it. And I'm like, we're taking them there in 2019. And he's like, we're not going to be able to afford it. And I'm like, we are taking them there in 2019. And I told myself every day, we're taking them there. When my son would be like, Mom, can you do something? And it was my work block. I was intentional about it. I'd say, yes, I can, but hold on, let me finish this. Remember, I'm working to go to Disney World. I saw someone's comment. And guess what? In 2019, we went to Disney World twice because I emotionally was connected. Yes, Mackenzie, I was emotionally connected to what I was working for. And that's what's going to make you show up. It's going to be for the fun. It's going to be for your connection with all of us right here, because this is fun. And it's going to be for your emotional connection to why you want this. Whether it's something that you think is small or whether you think is something is big, show up every day. So under the post, Megan already kind of told you, but it's going to tell you exactly what to post. And that's going to be your Shakeology for the day. If you make an awesome recipe, share it. If you make a flop, share it. We can help you. Or you just save us too. But if you are, you're going to post that, you're going to post your workout, even if it's a rest day. It was a rest day today. You're going to post your takeaway from your personal development, which I'm going to talk about really quick in just 1 second. And you're also going to share a screenshot of the post you made on social media. All of this is not because we're your bosses. All of this is because we are just helping you stay accountable to building a habit this month that is going to then become like your default setting. You're not even going to think about it, and it's going to be fun, and you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to do, I just saw Jessica's face, so now I'm like, what's going on? I think I saw one of your clients tried Greens Boost. But it is going to, you're going to develop those habits, right? So you're just going to show up and you're going to post there. The importance. So this group is all about taking action, whatever action you can take, but promise yourself you're going to take the action. My biggest piece of advice for you is to know what you need to do, figure out your time that you have in the day, and I always say, you don't find time to do it. You make the time to do it, because if you wait to find the time, you're going to find excuses. That's what you're going to find. You make the time. Okay. And we can talk more about that. And I think actually, Amanda or someone else is going to talk about that a little bit. It is action focused, and your consistency and showing up is key. At the end of the day, if you can do nothing else but your own workout and post that you did your workout or drink your shake that day, that is enough. Because at the end of the day, we're all here for whatever other reason we're emotionally connected to, but we're also here because this is saving us, right? We're here for us too. You'll hear my story if you haven't already, I'm sure at some point, but like, this saved me from disordered eating that I was stuck in for a very long time. This saved me from living paycheck to paycheck. This saved me from being a chameleon of a person. This saved me in so many ways. And the consistency of showing up again and again is what did it. That, and my final point, personal development. Every single one of you is brilliant. Every single one of you has greatness in you. Every single one of you is beautiful. But if you think you're too good to pick up a personal development book every day, then you need one even more. And I love you, but it's true. Personal development is what is going to take you to the next level. Because if you didn't need it, you'd already have the life that you wanted, and you wouldn't be looking for another opportunity to do something different in your life. You'd be everything and have everything you want. So personal development is key. I'm going to tell you, in your results in this business and in your results in your physique, your mind is the driver. Not pushing play, not drinking your shake. Those things, yes, those are important, and you need to do those every day. But your mind is what is behind the steering wheel at all times. And it's either going to take you left or it's going to take you right. And you have the decision to make that a stronger foundation by reading personal development every day, because that's really what is going to take you to the next level in so many things. I don't even understand. I remember I was like, I didn't read personal development for a while. I think that's almost all of our stories. Like, a lot of you aren't going to take me seriously and you're not going to read personal development right away. And I love you. I did the same thing. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us did. But once we did, it's 2 paragraphs a day, 10 minutes a day on Audible, 10 pages a day, whatever it is for you, make a small goal. It will increase, but the information that you get and the positivity that you get gives you value to add on social media. It makes you a stronger person in your relationships as a parent, and in this business. And it is a vital behavior. So there's vital behaviors. That is definitely one of them. The first book that you're going to start with in this group that you're going to read together is called The Compound Effect. You can get it on Amazon. You can also listen to it on YouTube for free. It's 3 hours long and you can just listen to 10-minute chunks or whatever you want, or get it on Audible. If you've already read that, there's a book similar called The Slight Edge. If you've already read that, then you can talk to your coach about what else you could do, but there's like The Miracle Morning or a couple other books that we could recommend. But we want you to post in the chat right now which book you're going to start with. If you don't know, say, I'm going to talk to my coach about my book, and also which program you are committing to in full, because your journey, your health and fitness journey, and your commitment to that is first and foremost, because your results in your own journey is what is also going to drive your business. So put that in the chat. I'm going to hand it over and read them as you guys post. And I think that the next person is Amanda, right? Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Doesn't Lindsay just fire you up? And yes, for those of you that were reading the comments, one of my challengers put green pepper in her chocolate Shakeology today. Don't know why. She was just trying to get a vegetable in there. And she was like, please don't try it. It was disgusting. But she drank it. So like Alicia said, proud of her. She drank it. Anyway, I'm going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about posting and kind of some social media stuff, give you some social media tips. Mackenzie said it might be a new thing for some of you, or maybe you don't post a lot. I know a lot of coaches when they start are like, I don't post a lot on social media, but I think I need to. Now I need to, and I don't know what to do and what to say. And each day, like you guys, when we started coaching, we really just focused on Facebook, not Instagram. But we were posting 3 to 5 times a day. Like basically what we now post in our Instagram stories, we were posting as a Facebook post. And it's just crazy how much like we've evolved, social media has evolved, and it is constantly evolving. So just being kind of ready for kind of change and being flexible and moving kind of with things. But we do have in the file section, now, maybe I won't share it. In the file section, actually I think I will, because, host disabled attendee screen sharing, Lindsay Gray.
April Fools. How do I fix it? What do I do?
I don't know.
Hold on. One participant can share at a time. Multiple. Okay, try now.
Okay. Crazy. So there's a file called the new coach posting schedule. And sorry, I should have already been here. But it's just in the group under files. Come on. And it's just a great place to start if you do not know what to post. Because it is so important to have, and it's sideways. This is not great. But to have a plan so that you're not coming up every day and being like, what the heck should I post? Because some days you're going to just have that post on the job. You're going to be like, yes, this inspiration from my personal development or from my workout or from something that I'm doing in my life. And it's just going to be easy to post. But some days it might not feel as easy to share. Okay. It just won't. And this is a great place to help you get some ideas onto what to share. It's important to not just share about, and I'm going to stop sharing that because that's really annoying and you guys can go see it. But it's important to not just share about your health and fitness journey, but to share about all kind of aspects of your life that are going to relate to the people that you want to help or that you want to work with, right? What makes you you? Do you love Disney? Like clearly Lindsay, because she knows the difference between Disney World and Disneyland. Just kidding. Megan loves Disney. Like they go every single year. She probably knows more about Disney than anybody I know, right? Like, or maybe it's your dog. Maybe it's, you know, a lot of times if you have kids, that's a big part of your life. And that might be one of your posts a week. It's important to have like 5 to 6 topics that you regularly share about, that are things about you that people relate to. For me, I'm 41, single, no kids. That's a big part of kind of my story that I share. I want to be married and with kids at 41. That's a big part of my, you know, kind of part of my journey that I share. I live in Denver, which is a super active hiking community. You will see a hiking post at least once a week from me, or skiing or something outdoors. What else do I share? A lot about nutrition because I'm a huge nutrition geek. That's how I ended up becoming a coach to begin with, was Lindsay was running a clean eating group. You'll see fitness posts. You'll see just like friends posts, future posts, talking about coaching, talking about how my life has changed. Like I left the education world to coach full time, moved to Denver. So there's just, you want to have like 5 to 6 things that you just are always talking about, and you kind of just cycle through them, and you change. The story is a little bit different every time you talk about it, but it's pretty much the same. But you'll get better at that the more you practice. So I think just having a posting schedule, using that posting plan, or working with your coach to create a posting plan is important. Another thing Carissa and I recently started doing that has been really helping me with stories when we work together as success partners is we were like, okay, every day my story is the same thing. Like maybe on Mondays, let's make sure that we're talking about our food. Like on Mondays, make sure that all day you're really talking about your food. And on Tuesdays, we're talking about our challenge groups. And it might be talked about in other days, but just like make sure on Tuesdays, we're showing what the group is all about. Like we're screen sharing what our posts are about. I forget what Wednesdays are. Thursdays is a sneak peek into what coaching is. So like just having a little plan for our stories has just helped me be a little bit more intentional. I don't think as a new coach you necessarily need that, but definitely for posts, it is helpful to kind of have a plan. For me, I don't write out my posts ahead of time. Some coaches do, but I literally just write down in my planner, okay, Mondays is a food post, Tuesdays is a fitness post, Wednesdays is a faith post, Thursdays is a finance post, Fridays is future, Saturdays is friends, and Sundays is a call to action. So then if I'm like, oh, I don't have anything to post, I at least have a topic of what I want my kind of focus to be. So then I'm hitting all of the areas of kind of who I am and what makes me me. And then the second thing I want to talk about is what Lindsay started to talk about, is with like your time. You tell your time where to go. Your time doesn't tell you where to go. And before this call, before we started recording, I started to talk about this a little bit about overwhelm. And you're getting a lot of information, and it could feel like you don't have enough time to do all the things that you're being told to do, right? And I want you to remember that overwhelm is just not taking action on the things you think you need to take action on. And maybe the things you think you need to take action on aren't even the important things that you need to take action on. So really being diligent about telling your time where to go, like sitting down and being intentional with your to-do list, being intentional with the things that you need to get done and when to do them. right? Because if you just let them sit in your head, it's gonna feel overwhelming. Get it down on paper, and the information that you're getting, you're in control of when you consume it and when you take action on it. We do want you to be a little bit more kind of out of your comfort zone, like we've talked about, and going after things and taking action before you're ready, especially right now in this new coach group. But you're in control of when you do that. So make sure that you're just writing down, okay, if you work 8 hours a day, right? Before work, what do you want to get done before work? Look at that tracker. Do you want to do connections? Do you want to add? Do you want to invite? Like, what are the things that you can get done in 15 minutes? Then maybe on your lunch break, or maybe in the afternoon, you do another 15 minutes. And then later in the day, when are you reading your personal development? When are you doing your workout? When are you doing all of these things? Scheduling them is so, so important. And even with my challengers, I'm like, schedule your workout in your day, just like you would a meeting with your boss that you cannot skip and you will not miss, right? Like, when is that going to happen? And please, and make sure that you show up for yourself like you would show up for your boss, or you would show up for somebody else. If you say that you're going to do your workout at 8 a.m., do your workout at 8 a.m. And are you going to be perfect? No. Are there going to be days that you're not going to show up for yourself? Yeah. Period. Like, and you're going to have this to-do list and you may not get through it all. But write the to-do list, tell your time where it's going, schedule. I'm a huge planner, and like, I just have to have things written down, and I just write them in a little planner. Mine isn't time-based per se, but I do know when I'm doing them, which I think is just, after many years of doing this, that has helped me. And I'm 41, single, no kids, no other job. I have kind of, I don't want to say more time than others, but different time than others. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. I'm able to tell my time where to go a little bit differently than moms. Like, I think, if Lindsay was talking about time, her speech might be a little bit different than mine because she has 2 kids that are taking her time. She can't always tell her time where to go as specifically, but she does know that by the end of the day, she's going to get XYZ done, wherever she's going to get it done, right? She's got 2 young kids, but she is now, I think the other important thing that has helped a lot of people is getting up earlier. As much as nobody likes to do it, but getting up early in the morning and getting things done. I know when you feel productive, when you are productive, you feel productive the rest of the day, and you just feel better. You just feel more accomplished, and it's just so key. What else? Is that all I had was time? Treat it like a business. Oh, this is the other thing with that. Treat it like a business, but know that you don't have to know all the answers. You have so many resources to help you when you are not sure. Yes, you're getting a lot of information, but there's still going to be things that you're like, I don't know I don't know how to say this, or I don't know what to do, or I don't know where to find this, or whatever. That is what your coach is for, and that is what we are for. And lean on each other as new coaches. Like, you guys are going to remember each other because you're all starting together. 2 years from now, Bree and Mackenzie are going to be like, remember we were in that new coach group together, right? Like, so cool. It's like this. I don't know if anybody was a sorority girl. Megan and I actually were sorority sisters. That's how we know each other. But it's like your pledge class. Like, this is your pledge class. These are the girls that you're like starting with, and you're going to move through this business together, which is so cool, right? So, but I say that to lean on each other and lean on us and lean on the team. And really, any chance that you can get on a live video, Zoom, the Zoom workout, anything, do it, because it makes you just feel more connected to the team. And it honestly gives you more accountability, that when you try to dip away because things get scary, life gets hard, we're going to be there to pull you back, because we've seen you show up and we know you want to show up, and we're going to be there to pull you back in. I've watched a video recently. This is totally off topic of what I was supposed to talk about, but like, it's not about being connected to the team and to others, but being woven in. When you're connected like two Legos, you can pull apart and like, okay, I'm just going to pull apart and I'll come back and connect when I want to connect. But when you're woven into the team and you're really invested in showing up, you're really invested in just being there for everything, and you know the other coaches and they know you, and you're woven in. You can't pull apart, because we're not going to let you, and you're not going to let yourself. You don't want to. You're going to have FOMO. You don't want to pull apart. And I think just weave yourself in as much as you can, as hard as sometimes it might be with life. Weave yourself in, because if I can say anything, is that this community, I feel woven in, and I have since probably my first year as a coach. I could never walk away from this. Could do that. And it's because we haven't just connected with each other. We haven't just shown up sometimes, but we've shown up every Monday on a call. We've shown up on the Zoom workouts, every new thing that we're doing, where we know about each other's lives. We attend live events and we know each other. We're not just connected as a team, but we're friends. And I think that makes a huge difference. So lean in and just love on each other and get woven in. All right. That totally went off on a tangent, but hopefully it was good.
Great. I loved it. So my name is Alicia Patterson, and you guys shared so many good things tonight. I usually don't go last, so I have to like figure out what I want to share right now. But my hope right now is to kind of just bring the call to a close and give you guys some guidance on what do you do when this call gets over today. So you definitely want to get into the Facebook group and listen to Megan's videos. And then you want to get into the file section, and you want to make sure that you've printed your tracker. I would print 4, so you have one for every week of this group. I actually print 52, so I have one for just the whole year in a folder. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well. But make sure that you have your tracker printed, even if you use a lot of the tips that we gave you guys of kind of making to-do lists and a planner to get your things done. You still want to use that tracker at the end of the day to check off what you've done, so you can look back and see maybe some things that you've missed more than you wanted to, or if you're struggling, your coach might ask you, hey, let me see your tracker, and I'll be able to give you some feedback along with a few other things as well. So in the files, the one thing that we really haven't talked about, there is also a checklist for the Beachbody Champions page. You are going to want to join that Facebook group. So again, that's the Beachbody Champions page. I think I'm a part of that group, and then also the Beachbody 411 page I like a lot as well. But in the Beachbody Champions page, there is a bunch of videos that they already have there for you to help train new coaches on things that we think that you guys should know and just how stuff works. And the checklist is great because after you watch the video, you can check it off. And I think for each week there was about like 4 to 5, maybe one had 6. I'm not really sure. And I know I'm similar to Megan. Once it was like, listen to this video, like some are quick and short. So I listen to them like as much as I could at once. But I think I would suggest maybe doing like 1 a day. I listen to a lot of the trainings or things like that, or even my PD when I'm doing the dishes or folding laundry, or just to unwind at night or in the morning if that's a part of your morning routine. So those would be like your 2 guides right now, the tracker and the Beachbody Champions checklist. And It's going to go over, you mainly want to focus on the 4 vitals behavior. So as everybody has said, like, you need to find your default. We all have different things going on in our lives, whether you are working, kids, family, spouse, significant others, whatever it might be. You want to find what works for you. And at the end of the day, you want to take care of yourself. That's vital behavior number 1, taking care of you, and doing that personal development. You want to make sure that you're sharing your story so people know what you're doing. Share the good and the bad. And like Lindsay said, put a positive spin on it. Or I always like to say, this is what I'm struggling with, and this is what I'm going to do to move forward, because it also helps me stay accountable then in my own journey. And then you want to invite people. I have to laugh. So if you were following along in the chat, I have seen Jessica and Lindsay, and I think there was even somebody else share about this book club of Untamed. And I not once, and I know them all very well, I feel very comfortable talking to them, but not once did I reach out and say, hey, can I join your book club? It took Jessica saying, you should jump in here. And I was like, oh, you know what? I really should order that book and do that. So you want to, I know inviting can be one of the scariest things at first. I know it was for me. But you want to be inviting people. They're going to be flattered that you're thinking of them and that you want them to be a part of what you're doing. So be sure to invite. And then you just want to be there for those people and help them get results. And that is where, you can lean into us on how to have those conversations and what to do to support those people. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm pretty sure the National Wake Up Call from today is Monday, from today was all about what to do when somebody actually says yes. So lean into the group and just know that we're here for you, and just take the time to get organized and use those forms to guide you and ask us questions. So I think that's all that I had, but I would like to open it up to see if anybody does have any questions. If you do, feel free to unmute yourself, or you could put any questions in the chat. Someone said, can I sign into the virtual gym? You know, if I'm the only one. Yep, it's open all the time, like Megan said. Yeah.
Yeah, and many times I'll just say with that, or even just recording yourself, or if you're not even recording yourself, but you're just in the gym by yourself, you can watch your form. And I think that's really important. Just to be able to see yourself working out, as much as you might not like it, but it's helpful to like see your form and where you can improve. But yes, it's open 24/7. What other questions you guys have? Or takeaways?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
First of all, I live in Arvada, Amanda.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Yes. I can see the foothills from this room. So yeah, so we live close together.
Yes, we will. How exciting.
The question I have is, do I need to, do you have to create your own bod group? Or is it just like I have everyone connect to the, our bod group that we're in now?
Jessica, do you want to answer that for her?
Yeah, I would just say for now, just plug everyone into the one that you're in with us. And then as you get more comfortable, if you want to go out on your own and do your own group, you can. But I mean, typically we like to stick together and run them together. But
okay,
no,
it's so fun, but I just didn't know. I saw something on a call today that was there's things if you start your own bod group or whatever, so I just didn't know if that's the expectation that they want everyone to kind of have that, because that's one of the reasons I came to coaching, was because that group was just so fun. Everyone's just so fun, and you're just oh my God, I have a bazillion girl crushes now.
That's so awesome. I love it. Yeah, I would say for now, don't worry about it. Just plug everyone into that group. And if you want to, take a week or a day to post and kind of get used to it and get your feet wet that way, we can talk about it. But no, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. And then I noticed a couple things that were free. I have a couple friends who have Little Bits, and I saw the free workouts. for families and the kids, which were, some of them were kind of cheesy. They may be a little bit rough, but I thought, is that something that I can post on my media and like say like, hey, I have access to some free workouts if you want to work out with your kids?
Yep.
Like anything along those lines is like,
Absolutely. And I say too, like if you get somebody that says it's just too much for them to spend right now, that's a good thing for you to send them, for them to get a taste of what it's like, what the workouts
Okay.
are like.
okay.
Yeah. The suggestion I would have on the post is just be like, hey, I have, does anyone want some free workouts for your kids? Like they've been stuck at home for XYZ. Comment below or shoot me your email.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be email. Comment below, and then you personally start a conversation with them, sending them the link to that.
Okay.
And then by doing that, you're going to know who in your network is interested in workouts for their kids, or we have free workouts for adults as well. So you can do the same thing. Hey, I've got 10 free workouts. If anybody's just looking, to spice up their routine, and same thing, you're going to then know. And then those are the people that you'll connect with. Those are the people that you'll eventually invite to join you. But then you're kind of getting a gauge on your social media as to who may be interested.
Okay, perfect.
Good question.
Yeah, that's a great question. And you know where to find those? Did you see those in the Go Getters files?
I like it. Sometimes takes me a little bit because I'm still like, is it here? Is it here? But I'm like, okay, I'll figure it out. But yeah, so I've been able to find it. And right before I came on, I was like, oh, that's a question I wanted to ask.
Yeah. It's a good one. Anything else?
I was just gonna say something too. Like I'm so torn when you were asking about like, do I start my own group or do I stick with my lady crushes? Because girl, we all been there with the groups that we just latch onto and we love them and all the things. I will say though too, like when I first started coaching, Amanda was like, well, I'll be in your first group and then you do it, girl. And we did our own groups. Like we did our own groups, and it was kind of scary, but it was kind of awesome. And then we created our own girl crushes. Like it was just fun from our challengers too. And there is something about the idea of filling your own challenge group that makes you like, ooh, I gotta take some action.
I think like when you start a group, like do they have to be like a Beachbody member, or could you start a group and just invite some of your friends that you're just like, would kind of come along the ride with you?
Now I'll say this, like I don't want to discourage you to leave your group that you're in right now. Like I'm not your coach, so I don't want to speak to that. But I will say, like, I don't know if I would still be here today if I hadn't run my first groups, like at least a free group. Like free group, own your leadership, because people need to be looking to you for answers. So that might be a free group. But if you were doing a bod group, I think everybody needs to have a Beachbody login. At least they can have a free account to do a bod group. But you can always run a group on Facebook. Usually we run our free groups on Facebook. And a paid group or whatever on bod, but everybody does stuff different. You the boss, girl, you can figure out what you want to do.
Finally.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of fun, right? But I would just encourage you, like, you can do it, and you're gonna create the people that have girl crushes on you when you become like that leader of your group, and people are like, that Mackenzie, I like her. Like, I can't do life and these workouts without Mackenzie's groups. So, think about that. And maybe you pair up with another new coach in this group, or you find somebody else in Goal Getters or whatever, another team page, but like, you can do it. Okay. Even if you are scared poopless, like just do it. 'Cause there is a little bit of like, ooh, I got 13 days to put some people in this group. So we got some engagement, and we all started with teeny tiny little groups, and then we grew them. And then we decided to merge as teams, or we still run them by ourselves. Your business is going to flow and ebb and all the things, but don't be afraid to run a group by yourself.
Okay.
And
then you brought up the free groups. I saw something like it was soup salad, free squat. So I saw where in one of the groups, I can't remember what file it was, is that something that you can I can do that right now?
Yes. You go onto your social media and you post about this group, and you can make some salads. You can show yourself doing some squat. You can, breadcrumb, like you can make little posts that get people like thinking, and then you can be like, dudes, I'm going to be running a free group. We're going to show you recipes and we're going to be squatting. Who wants to drop it like it's hot with me? That kind of thing. I don't know why I'm talking quite like this tonight, but
because you're just excited.
I was just thinking that, and I'm loving it.
But no, free groups are fun, and do not write your own free group unless you really want to. There are so many resources for you. Please just tell yourself, I'm going to run a free group in 2 weeks, and pick one and just run with it.
Okay.
Again, that shows you who's interested. That fills your funnel. That's
kind of what I was thinking. Yeah.
That starts your funnel of the people that you then can invite to a quote unquote paid group, to join with the full total solution. So really running a free group like that really starts that funnel of the people that are thinking about it, they're interested in health and wellness. They're not exactly sure what you're doing yet, but they want to squat and eat salads, or whatever you do, whichever one you do.
But it's a way to establish yourself as a person in the know. I don't know anything about salad. I hate salad. I don't want to do salad. I don't like it. But I can fake it. I can run a group and be like, dudes, I need to eat more salad. So I'm going to run this group that will help me too. That's another trick about free groups. Run a free group that will help you too. Because sometimes free groups are like, dude, that's a lot of work to do a free group. Do something that's going to help you too. So then even if everything flops, whatever, because they do flop sometimes from time to time. Even if it flops, at least you're helping yourself a little bit too.
Okay.
Perfect.
So if you need some salad in your life, run a salad group. If you need squats in your life.
If you need everyone needs earlier, run a no snooze group, right? Yeah. And it's just and you can talk about Miracle Morning, or you could talk about, things that you can do in the morning. There's so many ways. Sugar detox groups. There's a ton of scripts, literally.
Where do you find those? Is there just a whole bunch of them?
There's a bunch just in the file section.
Which one?
For sure, in Goal Getters, you just have to you might have to do a little digging, but there's quite a few. And ask one of us, and we can help you find something if you're looking.
Help you find whatever you're looking for.
Okay, just thanks.
Yep.
Again, I want you to know, if you don't want to run a group by yourself yet, I don't want to discourage. I want you to be happy in your journey right now. Okay, be happy with be happy and build your journey now. But running a free group is so powerful. That's good stuff right there.
Cool. That will be a goal.
And Lindsay's running a free group, Cocktails and Cookouts, I feel like this month, that you could even just be part of and invite to see how it's done.
That's not salad. That's good.
It sounds better than salad.
I want that one. I want salad. But I'll only come if there's no pants involved,
Love it.
Did you just say something about pants?
I did. Yeah. I'm only coming to your free group if you promise you won't wear pants.
Yeah. It's a pantless. I'm inviting you all to the no pants.
No pants party. Free group. That's weird.
What is
it's
that
gone weird.
Is it Anchorman? Is it Anchorman that he's like, would you like to come to the no pants party? What is that?
I don't know.
Come
No.
on.
I need that movie in my life.
Hold on.
Not a movie quote person.
Okay.
Cameron confirmed it is Anchorman.
Thank you, Cameron.
You were funny with your earphones. You were like, it has been confirmed.
Thank you. That's why we've been besties forever.
He can't hear you, but that's okay.
Oh, we get
Oh,
each other.
she said
He
you're
gets me.
besties.
He gets me.
It's been confirmed.
Yeah.
Oh my
But,
gosh.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love it.
Oh.
Awesome. This was good. All right.
I'm
Should we
here
take
for the
our
party.
boomerang?
What did you want to say? To
The
I was supposed to say
No
I'm here
pants
for the
allowed.
party.
no pants party.
Someone
no
told me there was a
party
party
yet.
here. That is
Well, Lindsay's
None of us
taking her
have pants
off, so I don't know if they let me.
oh, that kind of party. Oh,
Oh, Zoom.
He's like, I'm interested.
And I don't
that
know.
kind of party.
It's been a long
It's
All
day.
right
quarantine.
then.
Oh, this got dirty fast.
Welcome to the team.
Is it still recording?
I'm gonna
Oh,
we'll
forgot
be
about that.
deleting the end.
No, it's okay.
All right. So at the end, if you guys don't have any other questions, at the end we always do a boomerang. But here's the thing: I don't have all of your Instagram handles. So if you're on Instagram and you want to be tagged in this, then you're gonna have to drop your Instagram handle in the chat box right now. Ready? Go. Then we're gonna take a boomerang. If you don't know what a boomerang is, you take your leg and you kick it in the air over and over.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
Any kind of movement works. You can go like this. You can do what Mackenzie's doing. You can cheers. You can go like this. Whatever you want. That was hard. All right, so good. So I won't. Oh no, Oliver's waking up. Here we go. Ready? Now we're fighting. Now we're racing the clock. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Yes, that was perfect. Okay, so I'll get you guys tagged. Thanks for jumping on. I'll post this recording. You can rewatch it. It was a lot of information. Thanks for jumping on tonight. I'm going to go. If anybody needs to stay on, you can. I have a little one in bed that just woke up and yelled mom, so I'm going to go in there. Do you guys want me to shut this down, or are you going to stay on to answer more questions? We're good? All right.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys. Be excited.
So exciting.